They went the mimic role that we were speaking about, previously. They get Henry Ruggs, they get Armonte, who was in my opinion, probably the biggest reach in the draft. That
Like number
cornerback.
17 or 18, right?
Yeah, I mean, to draft a cornerback that high, who is that
And he's not even
unproven.
6 foot tall.
Yeah, he's not a very physical guy. He's just a speed guy. But I mean, it just looked like a typical Raiders move. Typical bonehead
Right.
draft pick, which they're classic for. We can name all the guys that they busted on. Pause. Uh,
Yo, it's Mikey.
yeah, this is Nick.
We're here to talk about the AFC West, the common sense who's going to win that division, but the not so common sense who's going to come in last place in the division. So, obviously, let's start off with who's in the division with your reigning, defending Super Bowl champion Kansas City Chiefs, the Los Angeles Chargers, Denver Broncos, and Las Vegas Raiders.
Yep. Next time you talk about the Chiefs and you say that, I need more of like a Paul Heyman style of introduction, a lot more enthusiasm.
Okay, my name is the Mike.
Exactly. Yeah, it's no mystery, that this is not the strongest. I mean, actually, it's weird that you say that it's not like a strong division, and somebody in chat said that it's not a strong division. But uh, there was recently a poll in the NFL that was like, what is the hardest division in the NFL? And it was the AFC West, the NFC West, and I forgot the other two. But they're still considered one of the tougher divisions in the league. But I guess that's up for debate.
On that.
I guess that's up for debate.
Not the best division.
Oh, damn.
I mean, without in all fairness, depends on how you're looking at it. That scale could have been what's the best division. Obviously, the best division is the one with the champion in it, right? So I don't know what the context was behind that.
Right. True. They went 12-4 last year. They're retaining 90% of their guys. They have since 2015, since Andy Reid's era, they've gone 24-3 in that division, 25-3, 24-3 in that division since 2015. They've dominated that division. It's no doubt that they're going to win it. But there are some teams that are on the rise, and I think the Broncos are one of those teams who are actually, a team to look out for this year. And, maybe you can expand on the Broncos.
I think the Broncos are coming up. I think this is where, I mean, all their speedsters, who'd they pick up in the offseason? I know they got Jerry Jeudy, KJ Hamler. They have a good team, and I'm drawing a blank on the quarterback's name. What the hell's his name again?
Drew Lock,
the young guy. Yeah, Drew Lock. He played well down the stretch last year. But at this point, he's either going to go in that Baker Mayfield sophomore slump, or he can go in another direction. I think, in my opinion, he's better suited for the NFL than Baker Mayfield. I like the direction he's headed, I like the direction that team is headed. But when you have Patrick Mahomes in your division, Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce and Chris Jones, and it's hard, man. I mean, there's so many. You got to stack up draft years to get to where KC is, and Denver's just not there yet.
No, they definitely have some good pieces there, though. They added Melvin Gordon to go along with Philip Lindsay. They got I like Drew Lock. Like you said, I like Drew Lock as a quarterback. He passes the eye test for me. He has a good arm, knows how to place the ball from, like
Right.
what a lot of NFL scouts and, what people look for in the NFL is, can you place the ball from hash to sideline? And I think that, Drew Lock shows that capability of doing that and making NFL throws. Uh, he has Cortland Sutton to help him out. He's a big
And
physical
Noah Fant.
receiver. Yeah, Noah Fant. He's a
Fant's a good tight end.
speedy tight end. They're a little bit aged on the defensive side of the football, but I think, you
Von
know,
Miller.
yeah, Von Miller, Bouye. But I do think that, you know, out of anybody in that division, the Broncos are going to be the ones to make the biggest leap or, show the most progress for sure.
Right. Yeah, that's a good point.
But
Okay, so what
then
do you think about the Los Angeles Chargers?
I think the Chargers are going to be in a hard rebuild. They got some talent on
Yeah,
offense,
it's tough where
but
they're at.
yeah, they got a transitional QB in Tyrod Taylor, a young kid in Justin Herbert, who some maybe thought went a little too high in the draft. I mean, he's one of those
But now
guys
they're
who,
showing all this shit on Hard Knocks. They're showing all this shit on Hard Knocks and NFL Network. I was watching Inside Training Camp today. It's like when they showed the Chargers, they showed Herbert throwing the ball, and all
Mhm.
their guys were like, "Oh damn, look at that arm!" And it's like, is that a stretch to make those comments? Then it can't be as good as everybody thought. I mean, I know you're hoping you're going to have a good season, but stuff should come natural. They shouldn't show 8 different guys being like, "Oh my god, you see that throw?" You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, like gassing him up.
Yeah.
Yeah, like yeah, Herbert. I think he's going to be like a career backup. I don't know if he'll ever really evolve into something huge in the NFL, like an elite talent.
No, he could. He could.
He could.
I mean,
He has, good
I wouldn't
talent
say
around
elite.
him. Yeah, he might make a Pro Bowl or, something. He'll have some winning years in his career. I think
It's too young to tell.
true. The Chargers got some good young talent. Derwin James, he's an amazing football player. He's that box safety, plays
Right.
corner,
Right.
plays, linebacker, can guard an elite level tight end. Uh,
And then you put fucking Kenneth Murray on top of that, dude. It's not a bad defense.
right. They got some guys who can cover the football field, some athleticism. I just, I don't. But they're not there yet at all. They're going to be rebuilding for a couple of years. They're missing some pieces. The Raiders, they went the mimic role that we were speaking about, previously. They get Henry Ruggs, they get Armonte, who was in my opinion, probably the biggest reach in the draft. That
Like when we're
cornerback,
17 or 18, right?
yeah. I mean, to draft a cornerback that high, who is that
And he's not even
unproven.
6 foot tall.
Yeah, he's not a very physical guy. He's just a speed guy. But I mean, it's it just looked like a typical Raiders move. Typical bonehead
Right.
draft pick, which they're classic for. We can name all the guys that they busted on. Pause. Uh, Darius Hayward Bay, all them guys. They're not a very good you know talent evaluator, even though they added Mayock and John Gruden. But seems
Right.
like
Yeah, I don't know where Gruden's going with this, dude. Like I feel like he thinks he's back in, the late 90s with
yeah,
this draft picks and type of plays. And I don't know, man. Not that plus fucking Carr is not. I don't know. He's a good quarterback. I don't think he fits what John Gruden wants to do.
yeah, I don't. Yeah, Carr is not the guy. He throws way too many interceptions. The Chiefs have like double digit picks on him in the last 3 games that they've played the Raiders. Yeah, the amount of talent on that team, it's not scary. Somebody says their best receiver is Brian Edwards. their best target on that team is probably Darren Waller. I would have to say Darren Waller's pretty good.
Aaron Wall's a fucking stud.
Yeah, and they got who's that young running back
They got
again?
Henry Ruggs.
No, that running back that
Oh,
they Josh
Josh
Jacobs.
Josh Jacobs. He had a fucking great year. The dude was hurt all year, I guess. He hurt his shoulder.
Yeah, I mean they got some pieces, but they're far away. So
Right.
why don't you go ahead
So
and
let me do this since you're the fucking reigning Super Bowl champ. I'll give that to you because you beat the Niners. Not gonna stray. It's in fucking sense who's gonna win this division with the Raiders. No, I'm just kidding. The Chiefs are obviously gonna win this division. The question is, how early in the season are they gonna lock up a playoff spot? I mean, that's the only question for me, barring any injuries or COVID concerns. I like the fact that Edwards-Helaire is getting #1 reps in training camp already. I think that's a good move. You could throw in a veteran running back in there, but let your young guy get out there and
Edwards
piss
Helaire could be a first round pick in fantasy this season.
I disagree with that, but I don't know. That's another conversation for another day. Depends if you got keepers, if you got this, if you got that. But anyways, I think the Chiefs are going to win that division. They're going to be 13-3, 12-4, leaning more towards the 13-3. If they can stay healthy, they got a phenomenal team, and that's Patrick Mahomes just is like the cherry on top. The only way to beat those guys, man, is, and Jimmy Ward said it this past week at a press conference that he had. You just got to attack the ball, man. You got to nonstop, no matter where the ball is. Every single player on the defense has got to go, go, go. And Chargers defense can do it. Broncos defense, like you said, third or fourth corner, they're going to get gassed because they're an older defense, so they can't do it all game. Raiders are young, and I don't think they're coached appropriately, so they're not going to run the ball. So that's why they're going to take the division 13-3. Behind them, the Los Angeles Chargers, I think, is going to be second. No, I'm sorry, the Denver Broncos are going to be second. Drew Lock at quarterback, I think, is going to have a pretty good year. I think he's going to throw for about 3,500 yards. I think he's going to have a good touchdown to interception ratio. He has some good coaching on that team. I think he's going to go 10-6. I want to say maybe 11-5, but I really think 10-6 is a right mark for the Broncos. And then your Los Angeles Chargers, you got Linval Joseph. You brought over a tackle, Brian Bulaga, who's a little older from Green Bay. You lose Phillips. Now you're trying to figure out your quarterback. I can see them at a 6-10, maybe 7-9. And the Raiders are bottom of the barrel, 5 wins, 6 wins at most, I think. So I have for the AFC West, I got your Super Bowl champion Kansas City Chiefs at 13-3, your Denver Broncos, Los Angeles Chargers, and then Las Vegas Raiders. And end off the bottom with probably a top 5 pick in the draft next year.
Yeah, I could definitely agree with you there. I don't think the Chiefs are going to have any troubles winning that division. I was kind of surprised to hear you say that the Broncos were going to make a 3-game jump. I think they're going to be definitely improved, but 10-6 could be potentially, a playoff team, a wild card team. I'll tell you
They got a
what.
good coaching staff.
Yeah, I tell you what. If they can go 10-6, I wouldn't be overly surprised. But I think they can go, 9-7, 8-8. And get second place. I do like a lot of those guys on the Broncos team. They have a good young secondary as well. Justin Simmons stands out to me. But
Justin Simmons is a stud, man.
yeah, they got some impact players for sure, and the Broncos could be one of those teams who kind of like ekes into the playoffs for sure. I don't think.
Right.
I don't think the Raiders are going to be doing too much. They went 7-9 last year. They add some guys, Henry Ruggs. They got some good talent on offense. They got some pieces. but I think just as a collective, they're just missing something. I don't know if it's leadership or what it is on that team. They just turn the ball over. They're not disciplined really. They're just not really an impressive football team to me. You know, they went. I can see them regressing this season really, and going 6-10. I don't think they improve from 7-9. And I think the Chargers,
Right.
they hover around that 4 or 5 win range again with a stopgap quarterback and Tyrod Taylor. They got some good guys on defense, but yeah, it's not really an impressive division overall. And
Right. Well, it's like your boy Boomerang. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong. Easy division to rank. Probably one of the easiest divisions to rank in football.
very true, very true. I definitely think the Chiefs have the ability to go all the way and repeat. One guy that I'm looking forward to see on Kansas City this year is their was it third round pick, Willie Gay Jr. Add some athleticism to that linebacking core. Legarius Sneed,
You need that.
yeah, Legarius Sneed is like that tweener guy that we've been talking about, that like that DB who's a corner slash safety. Add some athleticism back there to help out Juan Thornhill and Tyron. Uh, you know,
So you want to hear a bold prediction that I have really quick for this season for this specific division is some of your buddies are out there going to hate me, especially those Raider fans. They're not going to like me, so you want to cut this off. I think this year is when the wheels fall off. From a perspective of you already have Carr going out there saying he's pissed off because of the doubters or whatever the verbiage is that he used. Um,
yeah,
I think he's going to have a bad year. The wheels are going to fall off. I think he's going to be replaced at quarterback at some time this year.
by
And I
Marcus
think
Mariota that they signed, by the way.
so. I think he's going to be replaced at quarterback. John Gruden's going to get what he wanted from the start, and that's to trade Carr, get him out of there. He's not his quarterback he wanted. He's the quarterback he inherited. So the wheels are going to fall off, and it's going to be a down year. Um, but I think that could benefit the Raiders in the long run to have one shitty year, have a good draft pick next year, being able to kind of bounce back and hope that the Chiefs regress because that's their only luck.
Yeah, I don't see the Chiefs regressing with bringing back,
I
everybody
call
on
it
that
luck.
offense. uh, Frank the Shark Clark, Chris Jones, that team, you know, hope to see the Niners in the Super Bowl in a rematch. I think that would be probably best case scenario.
I think it's going to come down to the Niners and the Chiefs. I think so. And I was literally on the tip of my tongue going to give away my AFC Championship game, and I won't do that because we'll have another discussion about that later. But it sounds like you and I both have around about the same rankings for the AFC West, with the Chiefs still taking it. So not really anything hard. This is the year you got to defend, and we'll see if the Chiefs win the Super Bowl again, right?
Hope so. Let us know what you guys think.
Let us know what you guys think. Tell us your rankings in the comment and subscribe. Give us some likes and pass the word around. Let everybody know that this is going on. We'll have more videos. We'll try to do some live videos. I would like to have some of our viewers on the show at some point. So let's go get the name out there, guys. Bang Bang Niner Gang. This is Mikey.
This is Nick.
We'll see you guys next time.
Peace.